Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the podcast number 9. We were uh, putting this one aside because of a couple of things that going on in life, and really didn't feel like having a little, any fun. And rest in peace, Tele, and shout out, to everyone in Oceanside. Uh, Everyone in the world going through some. Uh, it's just been an odd time for me, I guess. I didn't feel like really talking to people, doing much before this weekend. Uh, Found out my brother had the virus, and that's a little alarming, especially coming from someone who's such a good guy, and I just hope he's getting the care that he needs. I know he's back and going to work now, and just hoping for the best. I know he's in danger because of where he works, but hopefully the people around him can make better choices or just do better. We all have to do, you know. So it's just a difficult time, and I had to have a weekend to get away and visit people and see people and do things that I normally can't do because of everything going on right now. So it's just it's a challenging time. I still gotta work, and again, it's always a precaution thing, and I'm treating it as such everywhere I go. I just got my test back. The results negative. Uh, I was a little pissed off about it because it took a while to get the results, more than it should have. And then, they would only call. Excuse me. They would only call if you were positive. But I want the results no matter what, like on paper. Email that to me. Whatever the case is, just let me know. You're playing with people's lives and minds. And for some, they're fragile. But for some, they need to know just to know that, hey, am I okay? It's as simple as that. You know, I always see that thing where on TV or on the commercials or wherever they say it's okay not to be okay. And I'm thinking to myself all the damn time when I see it, I'm like, no, it isn't. It's not okay to not be okay. What the fuck y'all talking about? It's like, you know, get you some help. And don't be, bad about it. Get what you need to get. That's just weird to me, man. Anyway, that's been bugging me. A lot of stuff has been bugging me, and we'll get to it all. And there's a lot. I'll tell you what. Anyway, uh, I'm just I'm gonna do the AKAs later. I'm on topic now, and I'm just gonna roll with it. I'll do the AKAs later, and at the end, and I think of it as send off. So you remember who the hell I am, just in case. um. Anyway, um, like I said, going through some things last couple of weeks. Worried about health, worried about other people's health, wondering what the hell's going on in the world. madness and craziness, you know, with everything going on. Supposedly, a great distraction is going to come back with sports. I know some already started, but some I don't. The some I don't care about. Literally golf and NASCAR and what's the other thing? I think there was some soccer too, and then shoot, I forgot what else. Anyway, that's stateside. I know there's been Korean baseball, and I know people have been talking about that with Korean baseball. Like, hey, why can't they have, Major League Baseball, Minor League Baseball? Well, it's not that simple. Uh, there's more things here to not have it happen. There's money involved. There's people involved. There's more risks of people getting the virus in a way because people aren't as careful here. They aren't as smart as other places. They go out and do stuff and they don't realize what they're doing for others and what they could be giving to others. That's why I'm having so many doubts about the real sports coming back, like team sports, when you think about it. So everybody is set, when NFL happens, but they did cancel the Hall of Fame game. That's the first preseason game that happens around the first Sunday of August. Yes, but everybody else, trying to come back before that. With the NBA schedule coming out, having that bubble in Orlando. So one thing I'm worried about, and I've been saying it for a month, and this whole bubble thing was, being explained and ready to go out. I said to people, okay, players, management, coaches, owners, whoever's going to be there is going to be at these 3 hotels, right? And then bus to the games at the one location. Okay, what about all the workers at the 3 hotels, the bus drivers, the attendants, the sheer quickness of how things can go wrong. And cases are already up. It's already a hot spot in Orlando, Florida, where they're going to have this, supposedly, at the end of July. You can't take that risk with people. Excuse me. And I know there's been some people to drop out already. There's been at least 5 players that have dropped out from going to Florida to play. There's been, I believe, some coaches or management that are, 50 years and over, not going to go because they are worried about their health. And I know that that's an issue for them for sure because of age, because your body can't fight whatever comes in as well as someone 20 or so. But of course I get the rage from other people, saying, on both sides, where hey, it's not just old people getting it. And then from the other side I have, oh yeah, just old people get it and die from it. But if you're young, you won't die from it. I don't know who to trust, I'm just gonna agree with everybody, I guess. And just, go half-hearted with everything. But with players and professionals and people like that, you can't. You gotta trust whoever you're with. And to have people leave the bubble, like the workers, and come back in the bubble, that's just alarming to me. So I don't know how they're gonna do that, honestly. I'm gonna doubt it, until it shows that it works. But it's gonna have to be when everybody's in training camp and everybody's in there for the NBA. There's also some other NBA news. I believe there was positive cases just from players working out at the facilities or coming in to get tested. I know this is a small percentage, and I know there's going to be people out there saying, "Well, look at the numbers. It's only that." Imagine though one player dies. That's going to be the end of everything for a while if that happens. Um, so, what was it? 16 out of the 302 players that are going to be participating in the Orlando NBA experiment. 16 out of the 302 have tested positive for the virus. And to me, that's still an alarming number. Not only that, because of the number, but because the time frame in which they'll be out for. And if it happens in the middle of the season that they're going to play coming up, or it's a span of 2 months, 3 months, I should say, depending how far you go in the season, in the playoffs and the finals, somebody's going to have to be out for 14 days. And what if you're right in the middle of a series? That's very important. Or if you have a series coming up, it's not all fun and games. There's something to be said about that. These are people's lives. Don't get me wrong. It's not just games. It's real. So I know they have the doctors there. I know they have all that there, and there's no real worry about people dying, players dying or whatever. But still, it's the fact that something can go around and then shut everything down, like it has, like the virus really has. And so that's the scary part about the NBA opening up, and I just don't see it, honestly. See, with hockey, and I know some. What was it? Tampa Bay Lightning had their training facility get swarmed with some cases because that's the state of Florida too. I would feel safer with NHL just because they all have face guards. I know it doesn't cover the mouth or whatever, but they can do something like that for sure. But they're all wearing gloves. They're indoors, not outside. You just gotta have people sit apart. You gotta have people keep the gloves on, keep the masks on when they don't play. Everybody drink their own water. Everybody drink their own stuff. They're all playing with pucks, so it's not like a ball that everybody touches. They're all wearing gloves. They're all, holding sticks. And the only thing is, with the playoff hockey or whatever, you can't have any, fights because they drop their gloves and they go at it. It's go time. But you can't have that in hockey. You can't have it this year at least. So, every game has to be, strict playoff hockey, game 7, game 7, game 7. You can't be like that. And the same thing for baseball. The way they're having it out. You can't have, the pitchers throw at the Astros, hitters, and then, you can't have a brawl go out and happen because we've seen, fights, and we've seen, your typical baseball brouhaha where everybody's just hugging and dancing around, players locked up, holding each other or whatnot. So you can't have any of that if you're deciding to come back to baseball. So if the Astros, uh, the whatever teams want to get back at the Astros, you know, it's gonna have to be start of next season where okay now you can hit them, but not now. For now, I guess you could pitch inside, and the Astros can't get offended because of the whole virus thing. You can't really fight. And the interesting thing I read about that was the dugouts would have to be very scarce. Everybody would have to sit 6 feet apart. People wearing masks. Players would have to sit in the stands apart. Uh, it'd be real interesting, and they have certain rules too that are just amazing to think of. You can't spit. Of course, you can't chew tobacco. You can chew gum, but you have to just throw it away properly. You can't just spit it out on the field. No sunflower seeds, because with all the germs with that and spitting out. Can't fraternize with the opponents at first when you're at first. There's just so many different rules that somehow MLB players have to, abide by. But it's just so strenuous on them too. So I was surprised when they agreed to come back for these 50 games or whatever it is, because of all those rules and because of leaving your families like this. And you can't have family come to the game, and you can't have any crowd there. You can't have any support there. It's just you and your teammates. But you can't have five. You can't fist bump. Can't slap ass. None like that. So it's very scrutinizing. I bet for whatever you always love doing or used to love doing. The key word there is used to be able to used, because now you're gonna have someone forget, and then something happens. Maybe somebody has a case or something. So it'd be very, very awkward if that happens. So all that being said, if sports does come back, it's gonna have to be everybody's gonna have to be very careful. You can't have what you used to have. That's for sure. Now, for me, personally, they still haven't put up the rims and nets at the local parks and opened up the gyms here in Oceanside. Down in Carlsbad, they have the rims and nets up. So, I was hoping to go one day down there, but I didn't. Because I went up north to hang out and see my family and also see some friends. That's what I did on Saturday, June 27th. I was out at the park. Met my brother first, and then we hung out. We played some basketball. Because somehow, in some areas, nobody really cares, or they're leaving the rims and nets up and opening things up like nothing's going on, I guess, which is cool. But in the back of my mind, I feel like there's some things about the virus that say, hey man, I don't know if we should do this, I don't know if we should do that. We played and made sure nobody touched each other. Nothing really strict, or nothing really bad. Strict thinking of how things should be, and that's all. We weren't trying to be about what's going on. Instead, try to get away from it just for a little bit. A little rebel in me. That's all it was. Just a little rebel-nism. But, you just hope it wasn't anything taxing on me and my body. It's just, it's a good time to have. One amazing thing that came out of it is that I finally got to see what the bars were doing up in LA. And the funny thing was, they were opening up things like nothing's going on. So, try one of those rebel places. And they're like, oh no, you don't need a mask. And I go up in there with a mask. And I feel like, I feel smart, first of all. But then again, I feel kind of out of place because I had the mask on. So it's just funny how it goes, but the next day, I remember I was coming back down to Oceanside, and I remember something on my phone coming up saying like, okay, so they just shut down all the bars in LA County, and I was just there. like it's clock. Like they saw us having fun. And I was like, okay, no, you gotta shut it down. Shut it down. Gotta try that facility, shut it down. And it's just funny how that goes. Because it's almost like people are watching us. It's like people are waiting for us to do something, and we don't think anything's gonna go wrong, and then boom, something goes wrong. Like that. And, so I don't know what's gonna happen, but I know the bars won't be open when I come back there, so, there's an issue with trusting people. And my brother was on one about something. And he met me. He's one into conspiracy theories and whatnot. So there was one that I have written down here. It was about child trafficking. Can't spell. I can't talk right now. Something about that. And I thought to myself, oh, he's probably bugging. Watch something and decide to believe it and whatnot. Had to deal with like celebrities. Not alive and not talking about something. Well, he said, hey, a lot of them are wearing these ankle bracelets. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? Like, you never see people's feet, when they're on the red carpet or anything like that. Never. So, he was talking about how pedophiles have ankle bracelets. And some of them do because they've been caught. But somehow there's an underground child trafficking going on that only celebrities know about, that like the government knows about, and maybe he just watches too much dives into too much YouTube stuff. I don't know, but I don't tend to believe in any of that. I think it's either people trying to, make a name for themselves or make things in their mind go right instead of maybe what just happened and what is just the truth. But you can never tell in these things, honestly. You want to believe family, you want to believe people that you know, but you also know that they might be bugging. They might be tripping. So if you hear anything from my brother on the comments or whatever, you see it, you'll know that he really meant business and he really knows what he's talking about. Unless he doesn't. um, Something about Tom Hanks and Rita. Rita ain't alive. I don't know. Have we seen him on the social media lately? Have we ever dived in? I remember that day when sports stopped, when life was stopped because of the virus cases going out, and how there was uh, the games uh, being canceled and everything shutting down. That was the same time that Tom Hanks had the virus out in Australia with his wife. It was interesting timing, I think, but says he ain't dead, so I really don't know what to think, honestly. I'm gonna go to his Instagram right now, see what's up. But my brother, he's like, yeah, they're dead. I'm like, what? They're not dead. I don't think. Can't be. So yeah, he ain't. He ain't dead. I don't know what to think, man. All these different things and whatnot. I don't know. I do believe that there's um, there's certain ways to go about things, about your life. You don't have to worry about certain things, that's for sure. But you also have to have a clear mind and I don't know. I just don't see it with them. With all these conspiracy theories, I don't see it. I just don't see it. I don't know. I don't see it. There's a lot of people out there, saying, "Hey, are you dead?" On Tom Hanks' thing here, but look, man, I don't see it. No. Like I see what my brother's talking about, but it's just comments on Instagram. That's all it is. I just don't know. See, there's a lot of pedophile gate or whatever, adrenochrome. That's what my brother was talking about. And there's so much, into it. I just don't know. I don't like they're celebrities, right? They're figures. I'm not a figure. It ain't gonna bother me, right? Okay. If I had my YouTube shit booming and whatnot, and I was out there like them balling, going on vacations and stuff like that, being noticed, I'm notable and all that. Okay, then I'd be worried. I'd be like, who are those guys in the black vans? What are those black helicopters? What the hell's going on? But I don't know of anything. I don't know anything of that at all. I'm not a factor out here. So I'll never know. So I don't think it's anything important to me to worry about what's going on outside of my life with people of that nature. It's just not. It ain't important. It's not. It's not anything important like that. It's just the way things are with people's minds, and they have to think a certain way and do things a certain way. Well, I don't want to know. I don't want to know about that. I don't want to think about that. I just want to go on and live my life without fear. And getting back to that, that's what it felt like doing what I did Saturday. Because I felt like it wasn't going to be so bad. This whole virus thing, to me, I know it's hit someone I know. Finally, it hit someone I know. But I'm really, I think, torn about what people think. I'm like, I see both sides. With all the cases and whatnot now. But I think it's people choosing sides about it. Say, hey, the Republican states were first having the rise of cases. Now Democrat, but they're hiding. But the media's hiding it. That Democrat states are getting it. The ones that were protesting are getting it. Getting more cases. So it's just about what the media does. The media does a better job with news and it's just sad because that's why I don't really. I can't remember last time I voted. Because I was thinking about that. They say, hey, you're on your side, you're on that side, what side am I on? Well, I'm on what's ever good. What's ever right. And I don't know what's right. All I know is, hey, how's the economy? How's people's lives? How's people's health? It's a tough job. Being anything. I bet with government or anything like that. Excuse me, I don't know what's gonna happen. I just don't know what's gonna happen. Are the protest, all that protesting, was that part of the problem? And then all those people who went out despite the things being closed, are they the problem? So it's all the problem. It's all people's problems. For all, if they're all the problems. So I'm very annoyed, what what people are saying, what people are doing. And the responsibility that, the media people have to say, hey, don't do this or you'll get the virus. Uh, don't go out to the beach. Can't go out to the beach, but you can go out and protest in the streets all together. It's got to be one whole. And now I just got the news, breaking news: San Diego County has closed bars, wineries, breweries, to slow the spread of COVID. So I shouldn't have said nothing. Of course, this was a little bit before an hour ago. Excuse me, when people said that. And, well, I guess nobody's going out to the bars. But, can I go out and protest? Can I go to the beach? If I do, bring a mask. If I have to. It's okay to go, to the bars and all that. It was. But how is it not okay with protests? There's just so many people out there. That's what I'm just looking at and thinking about and whatnot. But all the beaches are closed for July 4th up north in LA. Got a friend now saying, and I know she's on the Republican side, but she's saying cases are rising for the COVID. Everyone stay home, please. Do not go to the beach, parks, restaurants, or bars. It isn't worth going out. Okay. Does that mean everybody? Like, protesters too? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? You can't just have one and not the other. You gotta have both. That's what I don't get. It's like, no, you gotta have both. I don't care. You gotta have both. That's just not right. Any hoot. I'm trying to think of something else, but there's just so many things that are happening in the world and mainly in our country that's just terrible for the mind, body, and soul. Because you got people out here just thinking about everyone the wrong way. You got people thinking, okay, if you're black, we're gonna hate you. If you're white, if you're white, black people are gonna hate you. If you're the police, now everybody seems like they're gonna hate you. So it's just amazing to think, like, what the hell's going on? And everybody, was going out having fun again. And now it bit everyone in the ass, I guess. It just bit them right in the ass again. And So I guess the only thing to do is if you have to work, work. If you don't have to, you'll stay home, I guess. It's just annoying, honestly. Because it's like, okay, both people went out. Both kinds of people went out. And, one side is blaming the other side for going out. You both went out. So I don't get it. I don't honestly get it. I don't know. Thinking about it, you know, is it worth it for me to go to work? You know, I got a long work week ahead, and I was gonna travel too for it, but not now. No, no, no. I know now I won't travel for it. That's just not worth it. It's not right. So I'm not gonna go far. Work where I work here. That's it. That's it. I'm not doing anything else. Because you never know. The way my body is, you hear it, you see it. My brother all the time. He's like, "Hey, why you coughing? Why you coughing?" Well, yeah, it was part of it was like, "Hey, I've been running all day. You know, it's just my body. I don't want to have an issue with it or whatever. It's just not worth it." So, right, in my best interest, not to go. I guess I advise others, hey, we're back to square one. As I told a friend earlier today, before all this news came out. I told myself, hey, we told him and myself, I said, hey, we're back to square one. We're back to late March, April, we're back to that. Because of the spike of cases, because of the people going out to beaches early and often, people protesting all together, not 6 feet apart. Nobody was 6 feet apart. If you're out and about, if you're acting like nothing was going on, look what happens now. We're back to square one with this. And no matter who you are, no matter what side you're on, you just have to realize that. And there are people, and the people that are just for one side and not the other, and putting news out there just for their side, shame on you. That's doing a disservice to everyone around you, no matter who they may be. You're just trash yourself. You're just terrible people, no matter what side you're on. So, anyway, what did we cover? Sports. We covered the COVID cases. We covered conspiracy theories. We had a full plate of stuff today on this podcast. And hopefully you'll get it, you'll understand it. You know where I'm coming from. I'm not picking sides with anybody. I'm not choosing sides. I'm not going to be forced. I'm going to think right down the middle. I'm going to think, hey, some things make sense, some don't. We've got to have a common ground here. Gotta think right. and hope for a positive. Not in cases, but that things will get better. The only way is people will follow some guidelines. Not all, but some. Still live your life. Be okay. Unlike that commercial says, be okay. Talk to someone. Like, I got friends freaking out about this whole thing. And they're talking to me like they're gonna die. Like they want to commit suicide. I said, you better not. I want to see you out when we can go out. I want to see you do stuff and hang out. And someday we'll be together. Just like the Supreme said. So that's all. It's as simple as that. It's just annoying. Because you got people freaking out because of what they see and hear. It shouldn't be that way. I know there's police brutality, but black people should be able to do whatever they want within the law. Then again, don't act stupid. When you're out and about, don't lie, don't cheat, don't steal. As simple as that. And everybody else follows suit. Together, we'll be good. I don't know why it's so hard. You just want attention because you've been out. You haven't been able to go out. And now everybody is focused on all the problems they had because he wasn't able to go out. Okay. Are you going to do this after, the virus is gone, after, the quarantine? If so, you're not loyal. If you aren't gonna do it, you aren't loyal. So that's why I'm so torn. I'm like, okay, you can do this, okay. You gonna stay with it though? Or you just gonna fall out because nobody's paying attention? It's so simple. That it's just ignorance in a way. That's all it is. And that goes for everybody. Everybody's ignorance gets everybody in trouble. That's it. Quote that. Write that down. Write that down right now. Everybody's ignorance gets everyone in trouble. That's it. There's one thing too. So, I mentioned I finally saw the 2 Bad Boy movies, but I kind of do want to see Bad Boys for Life, the 3rd one. But would it be awkward because they're all older now? Will and Martin are near their 50s and all that, so I want to see how, what stunts they aren't able to do, what things that they could do in that movie, so I'm looking out to watch that wherever it is. People telling me go out and watch that Pete Davidson movie, but I don't know if I would, he's already explained his life so much on SNL during his Weekend Update features. Excuse me. But, I don't really need to see it, in film. I think if I was, new to him and really interested maybe in something he's done, Maybe. But since he said everything, he's done in his life, I don't need a, uh, a film about it. When I think of great SNL people out there, I don't think of him. And that for him to have uh, his own thing. So it is weird. I don't see it. I don't see seeing it. If that makes sense. It isn't probably worth whatever you pay online now or on your Netflix or whatever the services are. Nah, it's not worth it one bit. Any hoot. I'm hoping to get on Netflix soon. But after working all these days in a row, I don't know how I'm going to be, how sleep is going to be. It'll be different because I want to be interested in a show, but I also want to remember it and not fall asleep. See, that's the key. So that'll be interesting for sure because I want to. I forget the one thing I wanted to watch too. I gotta write it. I gotta write all this shit down. I swear I'm losing it. I totally don't remember. Anyway, I'll find it out. Man, I don't remember. I was gonna look for it right now on my TV, but nope. Anywho, remember me as James, the AKAs, of course, AKA the long range shooter. Catch me outside at Fireside. How about that? Well, it wasn't at Fireside, of course. They don't put the rims up, so I had to go all the way, do a road game in LA, and come back the next day. Man, it literally felt like travel. Playing that game and then seeing my family and then coming back. That felt like I felt weird going and do that. AKA the non-blonde Larry Bird from way downtown. Bang. The young John Taffer. Shut it the fuck down. Shut all the bars down now. I know I'm losing money, but shut it down. Man, we're not gonna have any new episodes of Bar Rescue coming up because they would do all their filming right now. So, if you've seen them all like I have, man, you're fucked. Because I think I've seen just about all of them for sure. AKA Cookies and Cream, come here and look me up, girl. It's my favorite ice cream flavor. AKA 5-star essay. Fart in my face and I'll slash your face. AKA the Cougar Recruiter, hide your wives and moms, cause I'm ready to drop some bombs. AKA the White OJ, cause I love white women named Nicole. Don't talk to her. Don't even look at her. AKA the White Bill Cosby, vanilla pudding pup is what I obtained. AKA brown softballs. You know why? Because I have big balls. I can't wait to go out and do that again. Play softball with people. That would be so much fun. AKA the White Prince, because baby I'm a star. AKA the Incredible Edible Eater and the Non-Stop Eater. Man, I was having conversations with people about that. About like what you eat, your habits, all that, and I realized, man, I gotta change. I did fail at that though when I got back. I ordered DoorDash, I ordered Del Taco, and it was so good. Oh, that's racist. aka Total Savage, aka Big Game James, aka Plain James, aka Pull Out Master to avoid a disaster, aka the Brown Bobby Knight because I love to throw chairs, aka California Cool, aka Jew Boy. Remember, a good friend gave me that nickname, and I don't even know why. I'm not Jewish, but I guess they think I had money or am frugal with money. So I somehow got that name and not spending much, I guess you could say. AKA the big and slow eater. AKA the quick reader. Except for right now. AKA genius of things that don't matter. AKA not PC, can't you see? AKA food lover, but eating salad undercover. AKA one woman man because it's all I can stand. Oh boy. AKA mess with me and see. And AKA I have spots where? I'll tell you what, as I'm getting older, I'm looking at my body in the mirror and I'm like, first of all, what's that big thing in the way? And then, hey, there's new spots. Also, it was weird. Maybe weird, I don't know to tell you maybe, but I shaved like my legs, my arms, everywhere. Now I feel like Flipper. Or someone called me a whale, and I was like, oh yeah, that's more accurate. Oh sure. I think we should end it here. Shout out to Sade. And to Big Smoke. Number nines. You want me to recite? I'll recite it. Whatever. So there's a mission in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas back in the day called Drive Thru. The four guys are there. CJ has to eat to keep his strength up. Right. Right is like of a number 9, just like he is. And then Big Smoke is in the back like, I'll have 2 number 9s. A number 9 large. A number 6 with extra dip. A number 7. 2 number 45s. 1 with cheese. And a large soda. I might have got that wrong, but get the gist. He loves his number 9s. And this has been the 9th podcast of The Chair. On this June 29th. So like and subscribe and comment. I like to get new people on here and talking about things. And I always respond back to people. So, you know, you got a problem. You got a compliment. I'm for it all. Get it? I'm for it all. That's good. But I do take bad as well, because you have to. Because it's social. Well, social media is becoming just you're seeing the worst out of people, of all people, on social media. It's just terrible. So, I'll check everybody later. It's been the Chair Podcast number 9. See ya.